Welcome to Comics League Movie Night, where we talk about all the greatest pop cultural movies of all time. What's up, Brown Destroyer? Today we are discussing Spaceballs. That's right, the classic sci-fi parody that I saw before I was even into sci-fi. So let's bring in the gents.
I am Phoenix!
Hello, Nick.
Oh no, not again.
Is the Schwartz with you?
Always.
Hello,
What's up?
Hello, sir. We are going to be talking about Spaceballs, as is indicated by my expertly created image in the back.
You know what really sucks right now? I am surrounded by a-holes.
It's going to be one of those kinds of episodes, isn't it?
Jared, I had to find a way to work it in, so I censored it for
You
you.
definitely will. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey, at least I censored it, so.
I'm
Is it
just
from
going to
the
say this
80s?
right now.
Hmm?
1987. But I'm just
Mhm.
going to say this right now. There's going to be a lot of that's what she said in the private chat tonight. I just know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can say the Schwartz will be with that private chat. That's what I can tell you right there.
Why are you calling me here? This is an unregistered wall.
So,
You got
bloody
him
hell.
backwards.
So basically, this is a parody of like every single sci-fi movie that came out at that time. Like they even fit in a parody of Aliens with the same guy whose chest was bursted in Alien.
Okay, explanation. So in the original Alien, you had the chest burster scene with the with the great actor. I'm forgetting his name, but they had the same actor return, and so like when I said, "Oh no, not again," it's literally the same actor doing that, and like,
Hey, what's up, Pika? So yeah, I love this movie because as a Star Wars fan, I recognized a lot of the obvious parodies that they were making, like with the lightsabers out of a ring, which oddly enough,
I got
is
it
very
out of a
Green
Cracker
Lantern.
Jack box.
Yeah, which arguing enough is and they also made fun of the Luke Skywalker moment where they go, "I am your brother."
Wait. Let's do this properly. Hey Jared, do you know who I am?
Who are you?
I am your father's cousin's best friend's former roommate.
No, it's your brother's cousin's sister's former roommate.
Then you say
What does that make us?
absolutely nothing. Exactly what
Nothing.
You were supposed to laugh, dude. Nothing. Ha 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 ha. I remember more about this than you do.
Hey, I'm
Say
just here
goodbye to your two best friends, and I'm not talking about the ones in the Winnebago.
So you could say, so you could say that really makes you want to barf.
Stop. Just
You know, I'm a Mog. I'm half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend.
I love where okay, so but basically the concept is actually, you know what, Nick, since you're the Spaceballs expert, explain the basic premise of the movie.
All right. You want the plot or just like the setting?
Setting.
All right. So it's like Jared said, it's a very kind of like sci-fi parody. The plot of the movie is you have this planet Druidia, which has like I guess like the cleanest air you could possibly imagine, and they export it in cans of pure air, which is kind of like the parody of like the water. And planet Spaceballs is running out of air, so they're planning on stealing all of planet Druidia's air. Everybody got that? Please, Jared, did you get that? Did you get that drop?
No, I didn't. I didn't get any of the
okay.
air drops, dude. But okay, so let's actually got some stuff. Oh, of course, yeah. So, yeah,
What's up, Pika?
that's basically the setting, and the princess. Obviously, the princess is captured by not the Empire and not Han Solo in the Winnebago Millennium Falcon has to save him with I love on the back of the Millennium Falcon, I'm going to call it that. They have a license plate that says I love Uranus, but it's Uranus as in the planet.
Also, I really love how the opening shot of the movie is like a parody of like the tracking shot from A New Hope, where it's like you had the Star Destroyer come in and just kept going and going and.
I love how they do the opening crawl from Star Wars, and at the end of it, they're like, "Okay, can we please wrap this up?" Blah 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 blah. It was so good. I love that.
So, fun fact.
Mhm.
So, when Mel Brooks was doing this movie, he actually went to George Lucas to get the blessing for this.
Mhm.
And George Lucas said yes, on the condition that there be no SpaceBalls merchandise.
Oh, okay.
That actually happened.
Hmm.
And if you watch the movie, it's like, oh, I'll just put all the merchandise into the movie.
Yeah, so in other words, you got this.
Merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made.
I could not have set you up better if I.
Yeah, I know. We said merchandise. I was like, yeah. Oh, we also have this.
SpaceBalls the t-shirt, SpaceBalls the coloring book, SpaceBalls the lunchbox, SpaceBalls the breakfast cereal, SpaceBalls the flamethrower.
Why did you cut out the best line?
Because I had to make sure these were short enough that it wouldn't get flagged.
But like the best line.
No, I know, dude. I don't have a.
We need to do a watch party of this movie and just sit back and laugh.
Yeah, exactly.
No. If we're gonna do a watch party, we have to do it for Ron Hood Men in Tights.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yes, that's happening. That'll be a Patreon thing when we get the Patreon started. But so you have this one. You have the Han Solo type, Lone Star. And not Chewbacca, otherwise known as Barf. And they're on a job by Pizza the Hut. It's Jabba the Hutt, but he's basically
who apparently is delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Who
so
can
delicious,
out Pizza the Hut?
So delicious, he ate himself. That's how he died.
No. The Merc did. But one of my favorite low key jokes is they said, they were stranded somewhere north of the Ford Galaxy. Which, okay, for those who don't know, the Ford Galaxy was a car from like the late 60s, early 70s. So that's the joke.
Mm-hmm. And they had so many different. One of my favorite parts is where they're going to hyperspeed. They're like, ludicrous speed! Ridiculous speed!
Ludicrous speed is too slow. We need to go to hyperactive speed.
Yeah, exactly. I love that.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah,
hyperactive is what they're doing is like because kids were like hyper. It was like it's what they called ADHD in like the 80s and early 90s was being hyper. And then they shove Ritalin down your throats.
And then to find where the rebels are, this is how the Empire does it. They take out a VHS tape of SpaceBalls, legit. So they're watching SpaceBalls in SpaceBalls, and then they have this whole conversation that goes by this.
Now. You're looking at now, sir. Everything that happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
I gotta say, I like this movie is just so good with the details. Like everything in Spaceballs is named like Mr. Coffee. You saw it in that clip, Mr. Rental. I love just little background details they put in this. Like for example, there's a moment in the movie where like after the merchandise scene, you start to see Spaceballs merchandise everywhere. Like President Scroob literally sleeps under a Spaceballs blanket.
And I love so at the end of the movie to get access to the dome around JJheat, they have to enter a passcode, and the passcode is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh crap! That's the same number on my luggage. I gotta change that.
Yeah, exactly. And so the Star Destroyer turns into a transformer. In fact, even they say that's no ordinary Star Destroyer; it's a transformer.
More than meets the eye.
She went from suck to blow.
Yeah. I believe I should make that joke because of
Remember the private chat, boys. Remember the private chat.
Whoever can go the longest without a "that's what she said" can have a rip at the others. Wonder Bad Captain Karen included for the whole week without consequences. Okay.
JJheat, you're gonna lose that. By the way,
challenge accepted, a-holes. Let's do this. Let's do this. So back to the movie.
And then Princess Vespa was like, "That's my industrial strength hairdryer, and I can't live without it."
And I love where they're walking through the desert like in Tatooine, and everyone's like, water, oil, oil, and
And
then room service.
In other news, water wet.
That is set up so well, JJheat. Well done. I love that.
Also, I love how the not C-3PO droid has a virgin alarm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the virgin alarm. Oh, that's the stupidest combination I've ever heard in my life. It would have been some idiot's luggage. Yes.
And then literally less than 5 minutes later, President Scrooge walks in and is like, that's a combination for my luggage.
Yeah, I know. I love that. And
Somebody changed my luggage.
She has become Mega Maid. And they basically have, basically it's the plot when you think about it of episode 4. It's basically a parody of episode 4 when you think about it.
Pretty much.
Is that correct, Nick?
About so,
like,
yeah.
You think
Just some other films sprinkled in, but it's mostly
it's
4.
basically kind of a mixture of episode 4 and 5.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, because you got the Darth Vader fight and whatnot. So I'd say episode 4 and 5 is probably
Darth Helmet, where it's a regular dude. He looks like a Funko Pop. That's what he looks like. He looks like a Funko Pop.
I bet there is a Dark Helmet Funko
I'm
Pop.
sure I've seen it. Yeah, there is. So it's a dude, a tiny body, and a massive helmet, and the face goes up, and he goes, no, the breathing is actually him suffocating in the helmet. He lifts it up. I can't breathe in this thing.
Also, he has a Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, he does. And what's kind of funny is that when they're fighting, my favorite thing is like when they're fighting and Lone Star is weak in the Schwartz, the lightsaber blade kind of like wilts. I know what they're going, particularly when they hold it.
We got our Schwartz twisted. So if you can kind of move your leg,
Yeah. I was like, I know what you're referencing.
I
It's
mean,
hilarious,
the fact that they went like this.
Yeah, I know the fact that.
Remember the bet. Remember the bet, Nick.
So
No,
I see your Schwartz is just as big as mine. Let's see how you use it.
Yeah, exactly.
They make it very obvious.
They make it very obvious what type of joke they're making. Yeah,
it's a very
my other favorite
parody.
Is when they're in the desert and Darth Helmet has like a. By the way, what's up, the Batman? Batman has fantastic taste. My favorite is when they're combing the desert with actual combs, and he's got the helmet.
Found crap.
And he's got the helmet on there with the that's basically a safari helmet, and he goes, "Oh no, yogurt! I hate yogurt, even with strawberries."
Also, I have to do my favorite joke from Spaceballs. Sir, looks like we've been jammed. Oh, raspberry. There's only one person who would dare raspberry jam me. Lone Star. And then literally the next second, the camera runs into him.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And when they jam it, they're just launching a giant can of jelly at the radar, and that works. I love that.
It's a very visual. Hey, let's jam the radar. Let's jam it, and then it literally fire jam. It's like.
So Nick, what other little piece of trivia do you have for us on Spaceballs? After all, this was actually this was JJheat's pick, but you told me you're a big fan of this movie.
I just wanted a good laugh, all things considered.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
And remember the private chat.
No, I know. I'm not saying it.
I'm just gonna shout out some of my favorite lines. Like, oh, you're Yogurt the Magnificent, Yogurt the Wise, Yogurt the Brave. Oh, please, I'm just plain Yogurt. Also, another will I ever see you again? Perhaps in Spaceballs 2, the search for more money.
Yeah. I love that.
Like, you can tell I'm a fan of this movie because I'm just quoting literally the entire JJheat was right. I can't quote this entire movie.
Yeah, my favorite line from the movie and that's a good idea. We'll give our favorite lines. My favorite is the jamming. My favorite is, I can't believe it, I'm surrounded by a-holes. I love that.
How many a-holes we got on this ship? Aye, sir. I knew it. I'm surrounded by a-holes. Oh, I got a fun fact. So you're talking about the going to plaid.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, that was the inspiration for the Tesla plaid.
Really?
Yeah, and in fact, if you ever see videos of people driving Tesla plaids, when they get, when they start going really fast, the dash display actually goes plaid from the movie.
No, that's cool.
I mean, it's Elon Musk. What did you expect?
Yeah. My other favorite line is the now, everything now is happening now. And then merchandising, by the way, expect to see the merchandising clip show up more when I talk about how much merch the Snyder Cut gets. So expect that.
You actually cut my favorite line, actually, with the flamethrower. So,
What's your favorite line?
Great for kids.
Made for kids.
Yeah. I had to like cut it off at some point because at one point it was gonna be like 30 seconds to get the real line.
And just remember, if you're ever at a space diner, do not order the special. Go for the
Never.
It'll give you such diarrhea, you'll literally want your stomach to burst out of your chest.
And by the way, so it's kind of funny. Fun fact for me, this was my first time watching the chest burster scene. I saw it first in Spaceballs. So when I'm watching Aliens, it's like, when that scene actually happens, I'm laughing my ass off.
Especially with what literally happens right after that, where he puts on a top hat and like, hello, my honey.
And then they go, check, please. That's my favorite line of because that has an actual effect on me later. Now, whenever I see a chest burster scene, that's what pops into my mind.
Like not like literally, he does it across the bar where like you see them like he does it like right in front of them. It's like, oh my god,
it's so good. I love it. Oh my gosh, that was so good. What's your so JJheat? Give us your top 5 favorite lines.
Okay, my top 5 favorite lines. The asshole line's definitely up there, followed by the chest burst scene, merchandising. My Schwartz is bigger than yours, and the ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed, go! My favorite is also when Darth Helmet is watching that scene on the VHS, and he goes, "Never show that to me again."
There is logic in what he says.
Okay. I'm just gonna say this. No, sir. I didn't catch you playing with your dolls.
Oh yeah, he's got the action figures. Yeah.
You didn't get them. You got their stunt doubles. They turn around. There's no, and it's like they look nothing like them. Also, no, she doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get a little okay. So one of my dreams is that if I get married, all right,
Mm-hmm.
When they do when we're doing our vows, I want to reenact that ending scene where like my wife's like and then a guy comes in dressed like the prince from Spaceballs,
and he comes up and goes,
no, he's the Lone Star person. She looks
okay.
at him, looks at me. She pretend knees him in the balls, and then we get married.
Oh yeah, and I love how he goes, "Come back." I love that. The prince is always tired.
Oh, another thing. Notice how calls him Prince Valiant, but at one point calls him Prince Valiant.
Mm-hmm.
That's a reference to the comic book series Prince Valiant.
Oh really?
Yeah. The thing about this movie is it came out in the 80s. So all the references are steeped in like what was a reference to people in the 80s. So some of it you for you youngins might go over your helmet.
Nice one, Nick. Nice one, Nick.
Did you see what I did there?
Yeah,
I see what you did there.
Michael Winslow's scene before they realize that the radar has been jammed.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Did you go over my helmet?
I love that. My favorite is when he disciplines one of his soldiers. He just shoots a laser right between the dude's legs. I love that.
My favorite part is you see like Colonel Sanders just like looking on him like, I'm so glad that's not me.
My other favorite is that what they're trying to make you think of when the shape of their helmets. Yeah. I'm trying to keep this PG, but that's basically what they're referencing.
They're swimmers. Let's just put it that way. They're
swimmers. And the fact that they're all in white, I'm like, okay.
Also, when the lady when she gets to Stroob, when he's at the bathroom, But the last shot, she looks down. Like the last shot is like she looks at the camera and just kind of smiles. Be like, I love it. Like here's the thing, the humor in here is very smart. Like,
What's up, Talim?
I'm gonna be cringy, but you actually got to have a high IQ to really appreciate this movie.
Can we please stop with the Rick and Morty memes, please?
Hey,
well, here's
Marty,
Nick right now.
turn myself
Here's
a
Nick.
pickle.
Here's Nick right now.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
I mean, have you seen how well my Indiegogo's doing?
I've seen how, and by the way, that's actually a fantastic transition. We're going to take a quick break. SpaceBalls. Thank you for that, Nick. You gave me a good transition.
You set me up. You set me up for it.
To 2100 Samurai promo. So, Nick, update us on the campaign. And by the way, real quick, the link to back it is in the description of this stream.
All right. Do you want me to share or can you
I got it. I got it. Let's.
You got
do
me.
this.
Who's got you?
Yeah, nice.
All right. So we're 3 days in, and we're doing really well so far. We're a little over 30% funded, and it's looking really great. If you have yet to back the project, I really encourage you to do so soon. I'm hoping to be about 50% funded by the end of the week. That's looking like a pretty good thing. If you like Cyberpunk, if you like Samurai, we got the perfect Reese's Pieces for you. And it's a really good comic. We're on issue 3. For you international people like Pika Shades, you can buy digital from here. And for everyone else, I got physical. And if this is your first time seeing Torrent Samurai, I perfectly understand. I do have the catch-up tier where you can get physical copies of all 3. Or you can just buy issue 1 to get you the digital.
Or you can get this fantastic Blend Steel edition deal, which actually that's a pretty awesome deal, if I may say so myself. But if that one person who backed it must be a pretty smart dude.
I'd say they're very awesome and extremely good looking.
Why? Thank you, Nick, because that is me, guys.
Yes, that's
I overdid, but I'm fine with that.
All right. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to say it. But how about we just kind of play the trailer and then we can kind of move back.
I'm good with that. Let's do that. So let me do this, and then let me actually. It won't play the audio. I have to pull this up on a Google Chrome tab. So. Let me just do this real quick. That was on Safari. For some reason with this, it doesn't share audio on Safari.
Well, Pika Shades, I'm running for another 28 days, so you have plenty of time.
Plenty of time. All right.
Yeah.
And JJheat, thank you for sharing the link to 2100 Samurai in there.
You the real MVP.
Don't let Max hear you say that, because his name is literally MVP. To the point where we say he's spreading his MVP-ness. Yes, that is a joke.
Yeah, that's kind of dirty. Yeah, I was really trying to go for like an 80s VHS kind of vibe with the trailer.
And you succeeded. So, boys, shall we return to our
regularly scheduled programming?
I need to get the dun, 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 dun. I need someone to make it where it goes into my logo.
We'll talk after stream.
Yeah, because I would love that. Okay, so let me go back to this. So, Nick, tell us more about SpaceBalls.
It's about space, and there's balls, and lots of balls in space.
Good ball handling in that movie.
We're really treading the line with this stream, I gotta say.
I'm not saying the 3 words. Wait, 3.
In case you aren't joining us, we have a little bet going on. Whoever can go the longest without a certain joke, I'm not going to say it, can rip on the other's little quote unquote gimmick for a whole week with no consequence.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Wait, what happens if Nick and I both like win?
If it's a tie, okay. If it's a tie, then neither of you gets no Wonder Bat, no Captain Karen, none. You have to go a whole week without ripping on the other. If it's a tie,
If none of us win,
I got it. You have to go a whole week without even mentioning Wonder Bat. Can you do that?
that's fair.
And by the way, a week's worth of shows. So Nick, you can't just duck out for a week to avoid this. It has to be a week's worth of shows.
I think I'm coming down with something, guys.
Oh, BS. No, it has to be a week's worth of shows.
Okay,
Because I know what Nick is going to do. He's just going to say, you know what? I got comic stuff for the next week. I can't show up.
Here's my proposal. If me and Jared can go a whole stream, then JJheat has to do a segment trashing Dragon Ball Z.
No. And for me, you have to make a Super Wonder song.
No, he has to get Pika Shades.
And I get Pika Shades to sing it. There you go. That's it. And you have to send that to me so I can play it whenever you play yours. It's gonna be full on be a nuclear war.
I hope you realize just how much you effed up. How me and Jared are united,
dude. Yeah, when we agree on stuff for this ship war, you know you screwed up.
We're setting aside our differences.
If it's a three-way tie, oh god damn it! I walked right into that one. If it's a tie between all three of us, then I uphold. I don't have to do any of that. If it's a three-way,
no, we have outvoted you. The tribe has spoken. It doesn't matter if you do or do not. All that matters
Here's
is
the
me
thing.
and Jared.
Since I'm the boss of this group, what I say ultimately goes, and I say what Nick and I have proposed is right.
Remember, Jared is the king. Sammy is the queen.
Sammy is the queen. By the way, shout out to Snyder Queen. If you're watching this, even on the VOD, you are awesome. And by the way, those who don't know, Sammy has officially joined Comics League as one of her co-hosts, which means
one of us.
I need that. I'm gonna get that drop and play it every time we add another co-host. So, what that means is that she's just gonna be on the streams when she can, however she can.
Drop her intro.
Yeah, I'll drop her intro real quick just to say this, Sammy. If you're watching, this is for you. And you guys can see my awesome intro. Yeah, there you go. I made that myself because I am badass.
Yes, you are.
So, Nick, tell us more about like how much do you know about like the behind the scenes about this movie?
Not too much. I knew ILM handled a lot of the special effects. Literally the same company that did the special effects for Star Wars. ILM and Dust of Light and Magic was started by George Lucas for Star Wars, and they've become like a premier special effects company. You literally had the same people that worked on Star Wars do special effects for this one.
Yeah, that's awesome. That had to be kind of weird.
Yes and no, I say. Yeah, because this was done in the era where models still kind of reigned supreme. Like this before special effects really took off.
In terms of spaceships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, I don't know too much behind the scenes trivia. I just know a lot of the lines.
And by the way, at the end of this stream, we will be playing a little game I've decided, and that game is called Parody This, meaning we essentially SpaceBalls a movie so we'll pick a movie and then we SpaceBalls it.
Okay, explain please.
Like we'll make a parody of Batman Begins. Well, that was actually.
Well, if you want to parody Batman Begins, it's Batman and Robin.
Yes. But
as I told Lady Freeze before I pulled her plug, this
is
a one-woman show.
Yeah. All right. So
you're about to come compost.
More of that at the end of the stream. So, okay. Now, what's your guys' favorite scenes? You've talked about favorite lines. What's your favorite scenes? And by the way, mine is the introduction of Pizza the Hut. Pizza the Hut!
Mine has to be the a-hole scene. It's just such a great build-up to a joke. And
a-hole scene, hands down.
It's just such a great build, like escalation of jokes, and it just plays out so well.
Yeah, it is. It's like, it's ridiculous, and I love what. No, it starts off because it's like, he's a real a-hole. Yes, sir. Actually, what?
Okay, I got
Nick,
this.
can you quote the line? Except, censor yourself, please.
I'm gonna quote the entire scene. Who made that? I said across her nose, not up it. Sorry, I gotta do this right. Sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm doing my best. Who made that? Who made that
He's
gunner?
doing it.
Who made that gunner? Who made that? Who made that idiot a gunner? I did, sir. He's my cousin. Wait, sorry, sir. He's an a-hole. I know that, but no, he's an a-hole. Philip a-hole, and the gunner is Major a-hole. How many a-holes do we got on this ship? Sir. I know. I knew it. I was surrounded by a-holes.
That was so
Keep
good.
firing, a-holes.
That's such a great line. It just keeps building and it keeps escalating to the point where it's like, it's so funny.
Also, probably my favorite line is, "What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken."
I'm gonna get that as a drop because I need that because that applies to everything.
The other drop you really need is, everybody got that?
Yeah, exactly. I do need that. And yes, JJheat is 2 away from 160. So I'd really appreciate if you could reach this milestone. Yes.
Oh,
And
speaking of, sorry, go ahead, JJheat.
And to celebrate 160, if we could get to this milestone before the end of the month, I will not only make a Super Wonder video, but I will also do a brief short of why Super Wonder could potentially work in an Elseworld story.
Wait. Why don't you just collab with me? I'm the Super Wonder guy in this group.
He's just trying to brown nose you, so
why
that you'll
too
have
short when you could? I could give you an. I have.
No, if I was
hours.
If I was trying to brown nose, I could make a video why Captain Marvel or Captain Karen sucks.
Well, you don't need to brown nose me because that's true. Brown nosing implies you're saying something you don't necessarily believe.
Which you don't believe in Super Wonder, so.
And by the way, guess what, JJheat, you lose because you just said Captain Karen.
I never said. You
did say Captain Karen.
It has been declared that JJheat has lost.
All right, if you want to throw a technicality in my face, that's fine. Even though the bet clearly was.
You said it first.
TWSS.
You said it first.
Okay.
You Captain Karen in here.
Okay.
JJheat has lost the battle. It is now, and then there was 2.
Nick, high five me through the camera. We win. Eat it, JJheat. Eat it.
All right.
Wait,
all right.
I got a perfect clip for this. Hang on. Hey, Nick, remember Spawn?
Violator 1, Spawny Boy 0. Oh. Yeah. Huh.
Spawn was my pick last time, so I'm not even mad.
Yeah, there you go. And by the way, Nick's pick is going to be Tron Legacy, which I'm happy for because that's a fantastic movie.
Which by the way, I'm going to specifically tell you certain clips you got to drop. So,
yeah, just drop me. And by the way, guys, when you pick your movies, if there's specific clips you want me to add to the show, send them to me and I'll put them in there.
Like real quick, one of them that I'm really going to point out is there's a scene like am I like where he says, yeah, like that is perfect drop material right there.
Mm-hmm.
Tron Legacy, the sequel.
Yes, sequel, which is one of the only times they put a sequel in 20 years later, like however long, and it's still good.
Top Gun Maverick.
Before
Top
Gun Maverick.
He's got you there.
Before Top Gun Maverick is what I mean, because Top Gun was the other one that killed.
I love Tron Legacy so much.
I do too. I had the Tron Legacy video game for my Xbox.
Oh, Tron Evolution?
Yeah, which was the prequel to all that. Even had a pretty robust multiplayer suite, which that was fun. So, going back to SpaceBalls.
Jared?
Mm-hmm.
This is you might want to be ready to clip because it's going to be a moment.
Okay. So of course he's. Oh, nice. I had the special edition that came with the light cycle statue.
Yes, this is the PS3 version of the same exact game. Which sorry, my thing.
Yeah. Yes, of course. I don't know how to say this, but I'm kind of a big deal. But yeah. So, what do you guys want to talk about next with SpaceBalls, or do you guys want to go to our game?
Shall we play a game?
Shall we play a game? Okay. So we're.
By the way, you
something.
need that drop. You need that drop.
Oh yes. I'll get the one from the Winter Soldier. Okay.
I was gonna say like go straight to the source of war games, but that works too.
That works too. It's the same thing. So because I want to also have Steve's reaction afterwards, because that's even funny when she goes to explain. She's like, "Yeah, it's a movie." He goes, "Yeah, I know, I saw it." So we're gonna pick a movie, and then we're going to SpaceBalls parody it. So what movie do you guys want to SpaceBalls?
Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Oh
wait, that's already a parody.
No, actually, we should do the Last Jedi and make a good movie.
I think.
Hold on, before we move forward, Pika,
Jared, you just broke the universe.
Yeah, I know. What's up, JJheat?
Pika decided to go ahead and to leave to get ready for work. So to honor him, I'm just gonna play this right quick. Let me just screen share.
Actually, no, you can't, because guess what?
Hey,
you lost the bet.
Nope. He has lost his.
You lost the bet for a week, dude.
You are being denied.
And Nick, I would like to say, I'd like to extend an olive branch. If you would like to resume peaceful relations, I will be willing to resume peaceful relations.
On the caveat that it only applies to this channel.
Oh, yeah, I can't control what you do on your channel. Which is why I think it's funny. You guys try and censor your own language on your own channels, and I'm like, it's not my channel. I don't care.
Which means I will be using the preferred intro for you.
I know. It's better than F off Bard, so there you go.
No, I'm talking about the Justice League intro.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's better than F off Bard.
Because remember, on my channel, it's canon.
Yeah, not according to Zack
Multiverses.
Snyder.
Multiverses.
Not according to Zack Snyder. So let's go back to this.
No. In Zack Snyder's universe, it's not canon. But in the Phoenix.
Oh, man, I lost connection to Nick for some reason. I don't know what happened there.
Shall we roll a clip before we begin?
See, this is what I get when I talk about non-canon ships outside of my own universe.
Why did you say that, Dad?
Okay, so back to the game, guys. What movie are we going to parody?
Last Jedi. That's what we agreed upon.
Okay. And by the way, I was going to say Justice League, but they already did, and it was a better movie. It's called the Snyder Cut.
Wait. There's a version of the Snyder Cut. There's a version of Justice League that isn't the Snyder Cut?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird? For some reason, I keep having these multiversal, flashes that, pun intended, that there's another version of Justice League. It's really weird.
You know what would be amazing? Let's imagine they made a live-action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. I mean, they haven't yet, but
yeah, I know. And let's. I'm not sure. See, here's the thing: if he went for it, I wouldn't want M. Night Shyamalan to direct it. I don't think he fits.
No.
No.
Now, what I would like to do is a sequel to Dragon Ball Evolution. That's what I want to see.
Okay, we need to boot Jared from the stream. Oh, he actually did it himself.
I had to because I don't.
You deserve that.
I deserve that one. I deserve that one. So
imagine if Fan Force Stick was actually good.
It's called the Trank Cut, from what I've heard.
Excuse me, moment.
Is he actually getting up now? All right. So are we agreed that we're doing the Last Jedi?
Okay, how exactly is this? All jokes aside, how exactly are we doing this?
We're supposed to make a parody of The Last Jedi.
What do you mean by parody?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'll tell you what. Here's the parody. We make a good Star Wars movie.
Actually, I have a different movie that I want to do that too.
Sure.
Spider-Man 3.
Okay, that works. Yeah, we'll do that.
I think I've said this a couple times on the stream, but like I'm going to say this again. So basically, you split the movie into 2 parts.
Mhm.
All right. What basically it ends with the church scene where he gets rid of the symbiote. You
That's
basically
way
spend
better.
more time with Peter attached to the symbiote, and he thinks he killed, the Sandman. Obviously, he comes back in the second film.
Mm-hmm.
But he, like, for example, he tells Aunt May that he killed the Sandman, and she's all horrified. Spider-Man would never do that. He's a monster, and the guilt triggers Peter into finally getting rid of the suit, and
I thought it was hitting MJ.
It was both.
It was both.
Honestly, that scene is so cringy. I'd get rid of it.
And by
It's
the way,
kind of forced. It's kind of
here's
forced,
the
not gonna lie.
great way to end the movie. This is your fade to black moment. When the goop falls on Eddie and he turns into Venom and he comes at the screen. That's when you fade to black.
Okay, now
And then-
I know you. Now I know that you've heard me say this because
Yes, because you said this on a previous stream.
And then in part 2, you recast Topher Grace for Venom.
It's almost like you could bring in Tom Hardy.
Actually, you know who I would cast as Eddie Brock? Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, he
that
could
could
pull
work.
it. Yeah.
And by the way, there have been edits, by the way, that I recently saw where they took the Spider-Man 3 Venom and gave him a different voice as opposed to just Topher Grace's voice. Because that's my other issue with that version of Venom, beyond the fact that it looks like ass, is the fact that they didn't give him another voice. Like, at least Venom in the Venom movies sounds different than Eddie Brock. Like, they gave him like more of a voice changer.
I get what they were trying to do with casting Topher Grace. They wanted to do like a foil to Peter Parker, like an evil Peter Parker kind of thing. But Eddie Brock was never that. Like, I think casting Jake Gyllenhaal, and basically you want a character that is everything Peter is not. Like, that's what you wanted, and that's what Eddie Brock is supposed to be. And I think Jake Gyllenhaal could have been that character.
But that's a very common misconception, because what do you think of Venom? Venom is basically Peter's... It's kind of a crazy X in a way, with the whole Peter and Venom dichotomy. It does move on to Eddie Brock, but in that context...
All right, real quick. The other thing that they did also is that they had Venom say, "I want him dead too, Flint," instead of "We want him dead too." And I'm like, yeah. But watch this. So someone took the voice from Spider-Man 3 and changed it. So it went from Topher Grace's voice to this.
"We want him dead too, Flint. That's why we've been looking for you."
Isn't that way better?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And they had him say "we" instead of "I," because the symbiote's another being. Which, again...
Okay, which was more toxic? Peter and the symbiote, and Peter and MJ in Spider-Man 3?
Peter and MJ is more toxic, and that should say a lot.
Like, honestly, he should have ended up with Gwen. Gwen was just like... Why is it in both universes Gwen is a better choice?
Even the comics, to arguably to a certain degree, it was kind of funny. You notice how in Spider-Man 3 they literally did a reference to the death of Gwen Stacy, but they had him save her instead of kill her.
Well, actually, the ending, the finale of Spider-Man 1 is basically the death of Gwen Stacy.
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, but when I was
it literally is.
No, I know. But what I was referencing is in Spider-Man 3 when she falls from the crane and he goes out after her to save her.
I mean, kind of, but they literally did the scene in Spider-Man 1.
They did.
Yeah, except he didn't kill her, which I'm like, yes, thank you. Even though I think we would have been fine if we got the death of Mary Jane Watson in that universe.
Also, I got to give a shout out to Amazing Spider-Man 2. That death scene for Gwen was brutal. The fact that they actually didn't cut it, like you can literally hear her neck snapping. Oh my! Whenever I watch that scene, it's just
the
brutal.
part that they did cut that I want to see is the aftermath, because Harry Osborn is still up, and then Peter beats the crap out of him because of what happened.
Like, honestly, I really want to see Amazing Spider-Man 3, especially when we hear like No Way Home, like I stop, like literally when you hear Andrew say I stopped pulling my punches and like his eyes start welling up, where it's just, oh my god, that hits me every time.
And he goes, I lost Gwen, she was my MJ. Yeah, that was awesome. But all right, so essentially, if we were gonna parody Spider-Man 3, in other words, here's what we mean. Let's improve Spider-Man 3. So we've started.
Well, I just did it for you.
Well, yeah. How about we improve? What else do we want? What's another movie that we want to improve that had potential and was wasted?
Well,
I got it. Birds of Prey.
Good luck.
Okay, here's what you do. You take the script, you light it on fire, you put it in the trash can, and then you literally blacklist the person who wrote that
No,
piece of trash.
first thing you do, Nick, is you go into the bathroom, use it to wipe yourself, and then you light it on fire. That's what you do.
Then at least it'll have served some purpose. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. But so here's how I would improve this.
No. I got you one.
I got one more.
No.
I got one
Wait,
more.
I got you
Nick's
one better.
next. Nick, go.
After you wipe your butt with it, you take that crap stained script and then you throw it in the screenwriter's face.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's way better. All right. So the way we're gonna do this is, first off, we're gonna establish that Oracle exists in this universe because she was a bird of prey, like a pretty prominent one. Yeah, as the leader, and she's Oracle. She's not Batgirl. She is Oracle. And by the way, we're gonna cast someone for for Cassandra Cain, who looks like Cassandra Cain, and she's gonna actually be Cassandra Cain.
And isn't really just not to mention the biggest improvement out of anything, just don't make Birds of Prey a Deadpool 2 ripoff, because that was clearly what they were trying to go for.
And by the way, keep Huntress the way she was, because I liked Huntress. She was one of the most redeeming qualities of that. And Black Canary is actually going to use her powers.
And a complete great waste of Ewan McGregor. I mean, say what you will, but that's one of his most stale performances.
Actually, I would say Ewan McGregor as Black Mask is actually not a bad idea. It's just the script that let him down.
Definitely.
I think acting-wise, I really don't see why he can't do a great Black Mask.
Oh, acting-wise, he could pull it off, no problem. But the script was was literal dog shit. Let's just call it for what it is.
Here's the first thing we're going to do. So the original script falls on our desk, and then we tell the screenwriter, you're fired. We're going to hire someone that actually knows how to do this job. We call up Zack Snyder and say, who would you recommend to write a Birds of Prey movie?
I knew this was
No. You call Chris Terrio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because remember, guess what was part of the Snyderverse originally, the original slate? Gotham City Sirens.
Well, the thing is, Sirens is different from Birds of Prey.
No, I know, but I'm just saying there was always an idea for a female superhero team. Is what I'm talking about.
Also, the fact that we never got Carla as Catwoman is going to be one of the greatest sins humanity has ever committed.
Because remember, that's who Zach wanted. So, JJheat, remember the dance instructor from Sucker Punch?
Yeah,
and also the original Silk Spectre.
Yeah, she was gonna be Catwoman for Ben Affleck's Batman.
I'm sorry, but he would have been perfect for that universe.
You know what? Here's my thing. We're gonna make a Bat-Cat movie with those two.
Also,
okay.
The fact that we never got to see her in the Catwoman suit. Oh my god.
Nick, do you need a minute?
I think I'll be in my bunk. I'll be in my bunk.
Yeah, exactly. And Nick, I know what you're referencing because I've seen Firefly as well. We all went to our bunks at that part. So, so
I didn't realize she took female clients.
Yeah. So, who's the villain for a Bat-Cat movie? I don't want to use Joker.
I think JJheat took care of what he needed to take care of.
Yeah, I don't want to. So, who's the villain in this movie? I don't want to do Joker.
Well, okay.
Okay, the villain is the Joker.
Joker's out. Okay, so you got Talia al Ghul will be
Fun.
So we got who?
All right, Talia al Ghul
would be a good job.
I mean, that's true, but
this is how you introduce Damian.
But wouldn't that just be Son? Wouldn't that be just Batman and Son with Selena along?
Wait. So we're doing a Bat-Cat movie, right?
Yeah, Bat-Cat.
Yeah, because I'm about to say.
Well, the thing is, if it's a Bat-Cat movie, it's going to have some heist elements to it. So you're going to need a more street level.
here's the way I picture it opening. The first character we see is Selena Kyle at a no. It's gonna be Batman doing Batman things. He's gonna be interrogating a criminal, and then the criminal is gonna like tip him off to who the main bad guy is and all that stuff. And then he's gonna realize I need backup. So then it cuts to Selena Kyle entering like trying to steal a diamond or anything like that, and then Batman's there.
By the way, in this scene, it's a total ripoff of that one scene from Mission Impossible 1.
Where?
The one where they're trying to go to the computer with the wire. Like, come on. The
iconic
iconic
scene. You mean the one where they drop down the wire? Yeah, 100%. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Work with me here. Talia. Okay, Talia's kind of like the secondary villain. She reaches out to Bruce. Like, there's a special asset that the League needs to get back, no matter the cost.
I don't like Talia being a part of a Batcat movie because it inherently makes it a love triangle, and I just don't want that for the movie.
That's a good point. Let's not do that.
Okay.
So,
I wasn't even gonna have her be the villain. I was gonna have Deathstroke be the villain.
But just the fact that Talia is in the movie,
it
makes it a love triangle.
Even if she's in there, I wouldn't go with. I agree with you, Nick. There you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with. Okay, and obviously we want it to be a street level character, right?
That's fair.
Yeah. Because if this is going to be a Batcat team up movie, you can't have like Mr. Freeze as the villain as much as I want a live action.
Actually, here's what we'll do: we'll adapt elements of the Ben Affleck Batman like script that we know of. So Deathstroke is the villain.
Okay.
And let's say, okay, so because what we do know is that Deathstroke is going after Batman and taking apart his life piece by piece. So obviously he probably knows that Batman's in love with Selena Kyle and not Wonder Woman. So what he does is Batman goes to Selena and says, "You have to come with me for your own protection. Trust me, you cannot fight Deathstroke alone."
And why would Deathstroke go after Batman? Would it be revenge for Jericho?
Yeah, because that's kind of
Grant, excuse me.
That's what I think Zach said that like. That's why Deathstroke was going after Batman at the end of ZSJL.
Also, the way that he recruits Selena is he knows Selena is going to this gala to try like at this dance thing, so he goes up there early, and then Carla walks down, and she's wearing the outfit from Batman Returns, the Christmas party, and just come on. That was a great outfit, and Carla was great in that outfit.
And here's the thing, and we can make that. So basically, what we'll do is kind of like the scene in BVS where it's Bruce and Diana flirting, except it's that. So there you go.
Except it's actually canon.
Yeah, except it actually happens in Zack Snyder's universe as opposed to some fans misinterpreting it. So, are we talking about actual Deathstroke? We're talking about the movie version of Deathstroke. So we're going to assume actual Deathstroke. And by the way, Son of Batman was still enjoyable. And by the way,
I have an interesting thing. What if in this Deathstroke movie you have Cassandra Cain, but like let's say she goes to Gotham U, and she befriends another outsider from Gotham U with the name of Rose.
It could work.
No, what I'm doing is you have Rose Wilson and Cassandra Cain, who's under like a ward of Bruce Wayne kind of thing, or what you could do is let's say you have a new Robin, whether it be Damian, Jason, or Tim. They go to Gotham U, and then they meet Rose, and neither of them know like Damian's obviously Robin, but neither of them know of the other's identities, but they start to fall for each other. Kind of thing.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So actually, we're going to introduce Tim Drake, and we're going to basically adapt the part of the storyline where Tim tells Batman, "Hey, I know you're Batman. I want to be your Robin." Because remember, because we know that a Robin is dead. It obviously it goes back and forth.
Can I say something?
Hang on, no. Let me finish. A Robin is dead, and this would be a good way to fully get Batman more on that path of not being as aggressive and being more of the classic Batman that we know.
Okay. See, like a Batcat movie. Okay, for this situation, we have to pretend that the Robin who is dead is not Jason Todd, because like I could totally see in a Batcat movie, you get the whole like trying to steal the wheels of the Batmobile, and like it's a street urchin, and like and like Cat, because like Cat will, because I can be like it won't happen because the Robin that has to be dead has to be Jason Todd, but
You're just essentially making Selena a mother figure for at least half the movie. I get what you're trying to do, but that's going to be one of the biggest.
The thing is, in
it
my
can end with that. It can end with that.
In my headcanon, Catwoman is the mother to all street urchins in Gotham.
That's interesting, but
I thought that was Leslie Tompkins.
Here's how we can address that. What we'll do is we'll make it so the subplot of the movie is Selena is trying to convince Batman to take on another Robin because she knows that he's happier and he's less like brutal and broody when he has a Robin, and the whole movie is him like finally dealing with the loss of Jason and realizing, okay, or like Dick, and I need a Robin at this point. Yeah, there you go. A lonely place for dying with Tim Drake becoming Robin would be an organic part for Batfleck's timeline after being dead.
I'd say the death of Jason would make sense because then you could set up Red Hood as a sequel, Under the Red Hood as a sequel, and just have Dick Grayson. Oh, I just went civilian for a while when Bruce started lashing out. I just went civilian and stopped heroing altogether.
Oh, as far as Dick Grayson is concerned, my headcanon is basically Dick's been in Bloodhaven this whole time. And after the death of Tim, after the death of Jason went really dark, Richard was like, "I want nothing to do with you," and kind of thing. And so that he's basically been in Bloodhaven.
Yeah, if that works, I'm 100% in line with that. And then he comes, and then you could say that like, and now obviously I don't think Nightwing is going to play a big role in this movie because again it's a Batcat movie, so it has to focus primarily on Bruce and Selena.
Oh, Nightwing can get his own spin-off film. That's the thing.
But I'm saying in this movie, he'll do a cameo where like Batman tells him Deathstroke is coming after us. You need to take cover.
By the way, my casting for Nightwing is Timothy Chalamet.
Who is that?
Last name? Dune.
Oh yeah, 100%. That works.
No, the guy in Titans is a pretty good, decent casting too.
About
the show.
I mean, okay. First off, JJheat, I agree with you, but they're not going to use him for the movies. But I'm just saying, if they want to actually cast a movie star, Timothy is perfect for Nightwing.
Oh, I agree. I was just making that point, but I definitely agree.
I agree with you. I'm not like I agree with you.
Yeah. Getting Robin, it shouldn't be Batman's idea for obvious reasons. Most Robins after Jason applied for the job, like Tim and Stephanie, while Damian became Robin out of Batman's control. Yeah, that's true. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The whole movie can be because you can imagine after what happened to Jason, and we're going to assume that Jason Todd's the dead Robin, that Batman is reluctant to adopt another Robin.
See,
and Selena's like, you need this.
I want to address this. Go ahead.
JJheat was first.
Okay, JJheat, go first.
I just want to address Pika's comment right quick, because technically, did Damian really need the Robin code name specifically? Because he was trained by the League of Assassins. He has a lot of repertoire. He has a lot of skill. He just lacks the proper temperament. He lacks restraint because by all accounts, he's still a kid.
Here's the thing that a lot of people tend to forget in the comics. Damian didn't actually instantly become Robin. Damian, it wasn't until after Bruce died in Battle for the Cowl.
Mm-hmm.
Damian didn't become Robin until actually Dick Grayson stepped up and became Batman. For literally Damian's first 2 years as Robin were under Dick Grayson.
Pretty much.
So, Damian did not start out as Robin with Bruce as his Batman.
He did steal Jason's memorial costume and pick a fight with Tim, but other than that.
But yeah, for the most part, Damian was not, and that's the thing. This was done without even telling Tim, and Tim was pissed. I don't know if you ever read the Red Robin series. I bring it up literally every stream.
I've read it multiple times. Yeah. Tim and Damian hated each other back then.
Mm-hmm. So back to the movie, and the plot is obviously Batman v Deathstroke, and we can have an awesome scene at the end, like the final battle, but Batman's getting his ass kicked, and then the entire Bat family shows up to fight alongside Batman, so we get an epic conclusion with the entire Bat family. And by the entire Bat family, I mean like a Batgirl, again, not not Barbara because she's Oracle, Nightwing.
Okay,
Actually,
question.
just now, yeah. What's up?
Question for you guys: who should be Batgirl in this universe? There's basically two choices: Stephanie Brown or Cassandra Cain. Who do you think should be Batgirl?
Stephanie Brown, because I feel like Cassandra
Yeah.
should have her own name by now.
Plus the fact Stephanie Brown, because she's a little more on the comedic side and less serious, and that would kind of give a nice foil as opposed to like I mean, compared to Cassandra Cain is what I'm talking about, which I feel like Cassandra Cain would like get lost in the Snyder versus super dark crowd.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you guys because the thing is, Stephanie already has her own identity as spoiler. So, and the thing is, Cassandra Cain's Batgirl is so different from all the other Batgirls we've seen, and I actually think she fits so perfectly in the universe. And plus, I think her being spoiler kind of makes things a little bit better because you have another whole nother character to play with. Because obviously you're going to pair Stephanie with Tim.
Yeah, but not doing the Bernard thing in this universe. Absolutely not.
Bernard does not exist.
Yeah, he does not exist in the Snyderverse.
Or at the very least,
Flashpoint did. It wiped out. It got rid of all the BS characters.
Or at the very least, he would have the same mentality he had in Chuck Dixon's run. At the very least.
And by the way, I'm going to say this name and then play the clip. What the Flashpoint wave actually did is it wiped out. It basically fits Martin DC.
Why did you say that name?
Thank you.
I had to. So basically, it ends with that epic battle. Where it's like everyone against is like the Bat family, including Selena, versus Deathstroke, and then it ends with Selena deciding to stick around because we have Batman and Catwoman in a movie. It's going to be a romance type movie.
Question: would you bring Batwoman or Batwing into this universe?
Not yet. I'd save them for a sequel because I feel like it's like too many characters to keep track of. Just keep it to like the core Bat family members.
Yeah, because I definitely think Batwing could exist in this universe, especially if you had like the Lucius Fox kind of thing. Yeah, Batwoman is usually kind of hard to do because like it's a cousin, kind of thing. I don't know.
Okay, I actually want to suggest this for like a Red Robin movie, but or at the very least some short a tie-in TV show. They're on patrol, then all of a sudden Stephanie is badly injured from a patrol gone bad, and it was a sneak attack. Tim investigates, and then he comes to the conclusion, there was an assassination attempt. There was an assassination gunning for me, but Stephanie was in the line of fire. But so it was either a lousy shot or someone was inexperienced and had lousy aim. So then Tim puts the pieces together, and I'm just like, and then it's essentially Tim versus Damian is what I'm going with. To Damian, it's just a job. Like he doesn't really care in the grand scheme of things. He has this fully aristocratic mentality. He fully acknowledges the fact that, and I'm just saying this as a technical term, Bruce is bastard, and he wants nothing to do with Bruce. He just wants nothing to do with him.
Okay.
He's fully. And I'm doing that specifically to set up the conflict between Tim and Damian, to set up as much conflict as humanly possible.
I don't know. I'm not.
That's a discussion for another day, I believe, because I think it's time to wrap this up. We talked about Spaceballs. We enjoyed Spaceballs. It's a great movie. So, whose pick is it next week? I think it's Teladia.
Teladia's pick.
Right,
Unless
so
you want to get. Wait, did Snyder Queen get a pick?
I asked. I think we're doing Army of the Dead for her.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that as like a special event watch party, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll do that. So the next movie TBD because Teladia has to tell us what he wants the next movie to be. It'll probably be another DC movie, which is fine.
So is it Teladia and then me?
Teladia, then you, then Snyder Queen.
All right, so mine's gonna be Tron Legacy. We've already established that. So yeah, we'll hear back from Teladia. We'll probably announce that. I don't know. Maybe you'll see.
And they'll probably maybe we'll even cover 2 movies so we can just still like not delay our DC animated discussion further. But more to be on that. So JJheat, where can one find you, and what have you got coming out on the channel?
Well, you can find me at JJheat75 on Twitter, JJheat Plays on YouTube, and I actually got a few projects coming out. For starters, I don't know why, but for some reason, this one has really gained some traction when me and Jared collab. I just want to start with this first one.
We may have to make it a regular thing on your channel if you're interested.
Maybe, yeah, definitely. Because if you've seen our past few videos, okay, Jared, do you want to explain or should I?
Okay, so basically, who's Scion? Okay, so JJheat and I, this started because JJheat and I did a collab on my channel. What if the new 52 version of Superman hadn't died at the end of Superman Reborn? And you would have had like the post-crisis Superman and the new 52 Superman exist in the same universe, but pre-crisis would be like a mentor to him. And then I don't want to get into like the whole story because we're basically making our own universe here. But the idea is that we're gonna it's basically we have two Supermen
And it's
in a nutshell.
And his new 52 Superman growing from his angst, growing from the edginess of what the new 52 was going for, and actually growing into more of a Superman role.
And
it's
he's
more
married
of
to Wonder Woman.
It's more of a, and speaking of Wonder Woman, let's just say she makes a certain deal. Let me go ahead and pull up that thumbnail.
May or may not bite her in the ass at some point in our universe.
Language.
No, thank you. Thank you, Nick. I love that. I need that clip. I think
Oh,
you
you
just
already had it.
sent it to me.
Yeah,
Out of
yeah.
everything, you don't have that particular clip.
Yeah, because Lord knows I need it a lot on this show. But
Oh fudge.
yeah, there you go. The Fall of Olympus Harris ranking. So I believe this would be the next installment of our universe, I believe.
Yes. Now, I just want to go ahead and say this now, and for any Sony or PlayStation fanboys, this is not Kratos you particularly know him. This is a more DC adjacent version, akin to
Essentially, it's the
3.
firstborn. Essentially, it's firstborn from the new 52 Wonder Woman. By the way, I need to say this: the Wonder Woman Shazam design is so good.
This was a hard piece to make. I cannot stress that enough. This comic came out. This photo for a comic came out like 2 weeks ago. But getting the right positioning, the right piece, this was almost impossible to make.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
And Nick, where can one find you, and what have you got coming out in the channel besides 2100 Samurai?
Well, let's see here. You can find me on Twitter at the Phoenix Press, YouTube, just search the same. We got Silver Split Screen Bros coming out on Wednesday, and then I got my collab with Jared here going out on Tuesday, and then we'll be returning to Avatar here in the next few weeks. I am really excited, Jared. You're gonna love season 2. I'm just gonna say that.
Heck yeah.
He's gonna meet Azula, JJheat.
Oh, you're in for a good time, buddy.
With the crazy ones.
As for me, I am doing a video coming out tomorrow about, I'm thinking either my favorite classic superhero movies, or I'm going to do basically examining the scene in Man of Steel where he says, what was I supposed to do? Just let them die. And John Kent says, a maybe, and then talk about how people misinterpret that scene. And on Wednesday, I have a collab with Galata Comics coming out. That's really awesome. We go into a lot of actually how the European style of comics is different from the American style. It's really cool.
Oh yeah, French comics are the bomb.
Yeah, they are. I have a few of them. Even though I don't speak French, they're actually really cool. And in terms of Under Two Capes, TBD, because we're excitedly anticipating that. And I hope you guys had a great free comic book day. So on that note, we're going to call it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And JJheat, you can't yell it because you can't promote that thing. I'm just going to put that there. And stay heroic, everyone. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Super one.